Okay, so I wanted to take a look to see if the GOP, the old guard, is afraid that their party is lost. The George Bushes, the Mike Pence, even. Are these people looking at their situation now and truly seeing the peril that they are in, or do they accept it because it's a monster of their own making? So, are they truly in fear that their party is lost, or do they think Trump is temporary and they will survive? Let's see. Well, we start with the Wheel of Fortune. That's time, fate, destiny. Seven of Pentacles. I think they have this notion they can wait it out. This is assessing and waiting, patience. This is the card of time. Card of lessons as well. So maybe they learn something from this, or fear, or not feel as though they will. But this is looking so far like we can wait this out. This is an anomaly, which I don't think so. This combination too screams to me education, because here with time, the Wheel of Fortune, things take time. This is also the farming card. This is planting seeds, watering the seeds, taking care of the plants, and reaping the harvest. And it's like over time, you learn how to grow things, you learn how to assess things, you learn how to do things better for a better crop, for a better yielding of that crop or that seed. So it's one of those things to where if you are paying attention, this is a great education, because this is the card of lessons, and then this is the card of working and farming and gestation and time and waiting and assessing and planning and all that stuff that goes into making something grow. And so if you are paying attention, this is a good education. If you are not, then you're just doomed to repeat the same cycle, because you keep putting the same seeds in the ground, or you keep putting, in this context, the same message out there. It's like right now the Republicans are trying to roll back their platform of a federal ban on abortion. They're now doing that now, 40 years later. So why? Because women's issues are going to sink your voting chances. And this is something you should have thought about, though, 7 years ago, not 7 years or 7 months from the campaign type thing. So, or from the election. There's the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. They think compassion or some sort of, like the old guard will lead the way once again. The McConnells of the world will lead the way once again. They'll take charge of this thing. Because they somewhat depend very heavily on the base, especially the evangelical part. Because this is a group of people, unlike MAGA, that can be very easily convinced that we need to turn and go the other way. Because they're doing it right now. Actually, there's a campaign that says white national Christian, or no, white Christian nationalism, that's what it is, or whatever they're calling it. I think I put the white part in there. Christian nationalism is not Christianity, and so they're sort of starting that already, I guess. But here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, that's nostalgia. They believe there's an opportunity Ace of Pentacles, opportunity for nostalgia, for something to sort of return back to the way it was. Now, here's the crazy part about the Six of Cups, though. The Six of Cups is nostalgia, as in remembering the old times, not going back to it. If this were judgment, the judgment card means that that thing that once was will resurface. This means people that once was will resurface. So this means an old friend comes out of the woodwork. Somebody you haven't seen in even 5 months comes back again, or 5 years, or 50 years, or something like that. But this is something, some person from the past, not an old ideology. When we're talking ideology or beliefs, then this is being stuck in the past. Because that's just stuff you believe or something you want so badly to return, but it's not necessarily going to. So, the Page of Pentacles, in your word of warning, it is the message that you stand on. And the deals that you make, the contracts that you have, the information that you put out there, where it seems like party is more important than people and profits are more important than people. And so there's that. This is also the card of education. The student. The person who wants to go back to school type of thing. And then we started with that education. You have to learn. If this were judgment, again, I would say old party is coming back. But this is wishful. This is the wishful thinking, the fairy tale, the don't you remember when type thing. You can believe the Archie Bunker will come back. If the judgment was here, I would say the Archie Bunker comes back. The George Bush comes back. The Mike Pence comes back. That type of politician comes back. This is just, we are going to live on our memories. In the environment, we have the Eight of Pentacles. There's work that is being put in, though, to sort of bring this back. So you have these two cards of working on something. This is working in the fields, assessing, trying to reap the harvest, and then here is your details. This is, however, more of a grassroots type of thing, because it starts small. It's like little by little, little by little, little by little, because we're practicing with this card. You see the man, he's in there and he's doing one after the other, after the other. It's a bit monotonous, it's a routine to it, but you sort of master it at the end of all of this. And so that's kind of what he's working on. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is like surprises. It's good news. So there will be some light at the end of the tunnel, but it would be better if it was the sun. I would be more optimistic for them if it was the sun instead of the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups, while yes, it is a surprise, it is also emotionally based. Back to here. We're sort of living in our memories. This is emotionally based. This is a person who is also they can be overcome easily. And so this is not a guarantee. This is just like a little bit of good news. So maybe you get rid of Trump, but you don't get rid of the mindset. Something like that. Is your party lost? You followed him off the cliff? I would say yes. Are they afraid that their party is lost? Yes. Very much so. Very much so. There's this childlike mentality at the top of your ticket. So, to be fair, let's go with the Dems now that they ate one of their own and forced Joe Biden out. Now, mind you, keep in mind, he said way at the beginning he only wanted to do one term. He ran again because Trump ran again. And so, I get it. And then they ate one of their own. Now, be angry, but be focused at the same time. This is kind of what corporate Democrats do, mind you. They control that part. So, will there be some unity in the Democratic Party going forward? Kamala Harris has secured her delegates, but we haven't had the convention just yet. So let's see. Will they have some unity, or will they continue to spiral a little bit here? They can't put forth another candidate right now. Logically speaking, they can, but it would be a horrible thing to do. And so they're getting behind Harris. The Hollywood donors have all come out, and the bigwig donors have all come out. So we'll see. There is the Lover's card. Oh, positive start. The Wheel of Fortune. So this will repair. There's your lessons learned, or lessons learning. Lessons, actually, not learned. We are learning lessons, learning who we are as well. This should be a sort of a wake-up call, too, for the rest of the Dems, that you have to put people in that you trust to handle these type of situations, too. Mind you, this is all fated and pre-written, too, so don't be so stressed out over it. This was nothing anybody could have stopped. So this is what was meant to be. Joe Biden has an astrology chart, too. This is kind of where it's supposed to be. Even oddly enough, even if you ask about the election, he still pops up. So I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. The Page of Wands messages. The Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Yes, there will be some unity. They will have a message of being on the same page, being of one. Having one action going forward. Two of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the plans and burdens. They're trying to eliminate some of that around the relationships, but it is there. Must be dealt with. The Ace of Cups, word of warning is new people. Whoever these, I'm going to call it wolf in sheep's clothing, even though that's not what this says, but I'm going to say it that way. Whoever these people are that are trying to manipulate what's going on and add to the burdens, those are the ones you need to watch out for. Page of Pentacles, they get it too, but it is not in the warning position this time, so they have good messaging. And that is kind of what Zero is in on a lot of the inability to beat Kamala Harris right now. Is they have a very strong message, a very strong platform. High Priestess, word of solace, which means their agenda is also solid, just like I said there. And then there's the Page of Swords. Again, back to the lies and the gossip. Whoever these new people are, you do need to worry about that part. But they do have some unity, and they are going to be on the same page, at least message-wise. There's some house cleaning I would do, personally. Because there is some, and this is the spy, too, there's some infiltration. And so bear that in mind, that they will be on the same page, at least for this election, but buyer beware. We'll see.